Jeff Kirui, KTNU.
Now, the government's stand on demands by Azimio appear to take a different turn, with President William Ruto softening his stand. Now, Ruto now says the demands by Azimio on the reconstitution of the IEBC panel can be handled by a bipartisan approach through Parliament. In a press briefing from State House, Ruto says he is ready for sincere and deliberate talks with the opposition. And as Rita Tinina reports, Ruto has for the first time asked opposition leader Raila Odinga to call off the protests.
With protests by the opposition leading to injuries, death and destruction, President William Ruto's lieutenants have taken a hardline stance on the possibility of taking into consideration demands by the opposition. But on Sunday evening, President William Ruto appeared to soften his stance.
I have carefully listened to the issues raised by my friend, the Honorable Raila Odinga. In times like this, it is not about who is right or who is wrong. Like Winston Churchill said, I dare say, and I quote, "Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak, but it is also what it takes to sit down and listen."
Flanked by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua, who has numerously dismissed any chances of giving an ear to the opposition's demands, Ruto says he is ready to engage.
My door still remains open for honest, objective, and sincere deliberations based on the rule of law and the Constitution.
Azimio leaders led by Raila Odinga are pushing for, among other things, a reduction of the cost of living, opening of the IEBC servers, and reconstitution of the IEBC selection panel.
I am suggesting that the issues that have been raised by our friends on the matter of IEBC, my suggestion is that this matter can be handled in Parliament by a bipartisan parliamentary process so that we can agree on what it is they have an issue with, and we can adjust as is agreed and as necessary.
The president says Azimio had the chance and channels to raise issues on the election results.
And any contestants who were aggrieved by the outcome had an opportunity to present their grievances to the country's judicial system for arbitration. The Supreme Court of Kenya had and determined with finality the 2022 presidential election dispute.
Since the protests started, Ruto has promised to handle the stalemate through the rule of law. This time,
I urge my brother Raila Odinga and the opposition to call off the demonstrations and to give this bipartisan approach a chance for us to take the country forward.
The suggestions by the president may be the first inroad to dealing with the Raila-Ruto stalemate. Rita Tinina, KTN News.
Now, the floods havoc witnessed in parts of Garissa County has now displaced more than